Ladies and gentlemen, it's becoming likely, in my opinion, that the bottom is very close for the broader markets. I'm not necessarily as concerned as I was a few days ago. I'm seeing a few signs here of a reversal brewing. And I'm also seeing a few signs that the altcoin market cap, which was under severe danger over the last few days, even in the last week actually, might actually be seeing a justified deviation. And the true bottom is actually going to stem from the Bitcoin charts, the Ethereum charts, the total cryptocurrency market cap chart, rather than the altcoin market cap chart itself. I think the damage being done in that altcoin market cap chart is perhaps damage that it can take, right? Damage that is satisfactory. And I've got some evidence for that, and that's not really an opinion I had before, actually. I was actually quite concerned about that chart. I still am concerned. It's still a depressing position, but I'm less concerned. I'll tell you exactly why today, but again, looking into a line that you've probably not seen before, a line stemming all the way back, right, from May 10th last year and cutting right through the price action, giving us a potential bottoming out space for Bitcoin. We'll look at all of that in this video. Before we do so, let's check out the 3 exchanges in this YouTube channel: the Bitunix, the BingX, and the BitGet exchanges. All 3 of these exchanges are very low in trading fees. All 3 of these exchanges have never been hacked before. And with all 3 of these exchanges, you can go down to the description below, you can go down to the pinned comment, and you can see my referral links, my partner links. Click on that link, sign up to the exchange, and you'll get a 15% trading fee discount for life exclusively with my link on either one of these exchanges. They all fit different niches, so take your pick. The links are down below. Let's dive straight into it today. Let's start by looking into the altcoin market cap chart. What was I looking at and what is concerning here and what's changed, okay? Well, obviously, the altcoin market cap chart has a 5-step pattern. It's not obvious, actually. A lot of people might not know about it, but on this YouTube channel, it's quite obvious. We've been talking about it quite extensively. It's got a 5-step pattern, okay? A 5-step pattern that it followed perfectly in the prior bull market. It's been following perfectly in this bull market so far. I shouldn't say bull market, this cycle so far. You can see on step 4, right? Step 4 is really the interesting part because that's the step we're seeing right now. And as you can see, on step 4, we came down, we retested that bull market support band, we retested an RSI level, and then we sprung to the upside and entered our parabolic bull market with the altcoin season. Right now, we are copying step 4. We're doing the exact same thing we did on step 4 in the last cycle. You can see our retest of that bull market support band. And in fact, not only can you see a retest of the bull market support band, but this is what was concerning. We actually dropped below it. We haven't closed below it yet. The close is happening in 9 hours. Is it likely we close below it? Probably, yeah. And so that's concerning, right? But the reason why it's a little bit different this time, in my opinion, is because I'm looking at these charts and I'm thinking, okay, total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart is in the process of testing and potentially dropping below the same levels that only, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the regular total cryptocurrency market cap chart, they only just started testing those levels. So the bull market support band for this chart right here, the altcoin market cap chart, has only just started being tested for the Bitcoin chart, has only just started being tested for the regular total cryptocurrency market cap chart, as well as ascending RSI lines in the regular total cryptocurrency market cap chart, as well as the same thing for Bitcoin in the weekly chart. Again, regular ascending RSI lines, as well as things like the 13-year ascending support line on Bitcoin. We're getting very, very close to testing that level as well. We're getting very, very close to testing the Pi cycle levels for Bitcoin as well. In fact, we've dropped below the yellow one, but the green one's sitting with that 13-year ascending support line. And even more so, right, getting even deeper into this, I've got a new line here for Bitcoin, a fresh line here. It's a line stemming backwards, as I mentioned in the introduction, from May 2023, cutting through this price action, stemming from here, cutting through that price action, this price action, this price action, and finally cutting through the 57K bottom that we saw recently in May this year. And you can see, where is it sitting? It's sitting right now at around 63,000 on Bitcoin, layered on top of the bull market support band. So what I am looking at right now, okay, and I suppose I haven't really changed my opinion at all, because actually what I've been looking at mostly on the total 3, which I've been talking about majorly, is an ascending support line in blue on the screen here. I've been looking at that line and I've been saying we need to hold that level, otherwise altcoins will be in trouble. They'll be thrown into the dark, they'll break this macro trend, and we wouldn't know what to expect with them. We need to hold this blue line I've been looking at majorly. But now what I'm kind of focusing my attention more on now is I'm focusing my attention more on the fact that this could be a justified deviation below the bull market support band, okay, as long as we're maintaining this blue line. And the reason why I can say that is because, well, we are maintaining the blue line and hence maintaining the upwards trend. But more specifically, the bull market support band being lost here doesn't really matter too much because it's still being held for Bitcoin. It's still being held for Ethereum. It's still being held for the regular total cryptocurrency market cap. So how concerned can I be with the altcoin market cap breaking below a level that is still being held by the rest of the broader market? I can't really be too concerned about that, and so I'm not. What I am concerned about is the fact that although, you know, it's not necessarily concerning having broken this level to the downside, it is slightly concerning if we break the blue ascending support line to the downside, because that is the basis of our uptrend here on total 3, and losing that level will mean losing, well, it probably would coincide with losing import levels on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on total cryptocurrency market cap, and those are all the levels right now through which we're able to get the assumption that the total 3 is actually in a decent position still. This is a lot of words. I hope it makes sense. Quite a complicated topic. But fundamentally what I'm saying here is that the total 3 cryptocurrency market cap chart is in a macro trend. The macro trend suggests that this is the last phase before a regular altcoin season. And that macro trend is being tested, okay? It's on the brink of failing. It's on the brink of being broken. I don't necessarily think it is broken unless Bitcoin basically breaks below 61k. I mean, that's what it boils down to, right? Because all these levels, the bull market support band is sitting at 61k currently, the bottom of it. The same thing with the pi cycle line. And just the mere fact that the 61k support zone is a support zone that is, you know, it's foundational, really. I mean, the 61k support zone, if you don't know where it actually comes from, it goes much deeper than the recent price action. That 61k level was the highest ever monthly candle close we saw in the 2021 bull market. There's a reason why Bitcoin is holding it quite tightly. And before you say, oh, Wolf, we went down to 57k, 57k was a justified deviation below this macro range at 61. Okay, the 57k bottom occurred as per the dynamic support zones that were in that price region at that time, such as the bull market support band, which we're actually looking at right now. Again, that was at 57k. It's moved upwards now to 61. And so now 61 is the important level, not 57. So ultimately what I'm saying to you here is that, you know, a lot of stuff's going on. It's getting very confusing. A lot of people are getting a mixture of very angry, bored, sad, depressed, whatever they may be. Some people are buying massively. Some people are selling massively. People don't really know what to do here. What I'm sitting here and saying is that I don't necessarily see a macro problem with these charts at this point. What I see is Bitcoin forming a descending channel formation, going into major support, coming from a brand new line that I only identified today, thanks to one of my subscribers actually, stemming from May 2023, coming into bull market support band, and also coming into a macro support zone at 61k that stems from 2021. And when I look at that, I think, okay, this isn't as bad as people think it is. I actually am not concerned yet. Now, obviously, if we break those levels, cool, then we have cause for concern. But right now, just the mere fact that the total 3 is below the bull market support band, which it was meant to hold, isn't enough to make me concerned, because although total 3 is breaking that level currently, all the other charts in the crypto market are holding that same level that the total 3 is broken. So it's not too concerning for me right now. So right now, I suppose just wrapping up the video here, because it's really not too long. I don't really want to dive into it too much more. I've really discussed quite a lot already. It's getting a bit repetitive at this point, I think. Ultimately, there's no macro concern yet. There is reason to... Okay, let me just clarify with the wording here. When I say there's no macro concern, I mean we're not at macro risk. Now, you can be concerned because we are testing the levels that need to hold. But as of right now, nothing has actually materialized that is massively concerning. In my opinion, so far, there is nothing suggesting anything other than this being a justified deviation on the altcoin market cap. If we break this blue ascending support line, then we can talk about it being an invalidation of the longer term macro trend that suggests an altcoin season coming next. Until that happens, I don't see cause for massive fear. I see Ethereum, the regular total cryptocurrency market cap chart, and Bitcoin holding the macro levels that are very important. And when you retest macro levels, that's not a time to be bearish, okay? When you're retesting macro levels, that's a time to be optimistic. If they break, obviously you could admit defeat, say, okay, those trends didn't hold, But ultimately, what is there to do, right? We've got a situation where we're testing these macro levels that always have held historically during this period of the market cycle. Are we going to sit here and say, oh, this time's different, they're going to break? It's very hard to justify taking that position. I think right now the game is observation. I'm not necessarily sitting here saying you should be buying everything right now. I'm personally not buying everything right now. I'm waiting for a upside validation like I always do. I never really at all recommend buying support. I don't think that's necessarily a good idea in most cases. I think you buy the breakout, right? You don't buy Bitcoin or whatever you're buying when it's touching support. You buy it when it's broke back to the upside and validated the upside move. Where am I buying? I'm talking about buying it at 67k when we've got back above this red resistance box right here. That's when I'll look to buy again, or stack on the bags I already have again. Right now, this is not a buying opportunity. This is a place where you need to be cautious and patient. But also, have that healthy optimism that we are retesting those macro support levels, and that generally speaking, when we do retest those macro support levels, we lead to a bounce. So let's see what happens here. I hope you don't confuse my message here today. I'm not sitting here saying I'm this mega bull. I'm just sitting here saying that the bearishness is not necessarily justified yet, and I don't even think it would be justified when that weekly candle comes in as bearish on the total 3. Like I may have previously said, I'm kind of shifting here and saying, I'm not even shifting really, I've always said this. I'm saying that this uptrending support line in blue is really what we need to be looking at in the total 3, and the critical levels on Bitcoin chart are going to be bull market support band, the white line on the screen here, just everything that usually matters. So let's see what happens here, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry for dragging it out at the end a little bit there. Check out the Crypto Academy. The Become a Trader 10-unit course will teach you everything you need to know about TA and trading. If you want to learn how to trade, you can do it on that course. All the information is on the website. Go ahead and check out as well our VIP group on Telegram. We've just had a massive discussion in the VIP group about manipulation, whether it exists or not, some of the fundamental misconceptions people have about manipulation. And that was an interesting chat. If you want access to chats like that on a daily basis, with me in there, but also other intelligent members in there, you can join the VIP group on Telegram. And not only do you get conversations in the group chat, you're also getting altcoin trading signals 4 to 5 times a week, buying and selling triggers for altcoins with a 77.51% win rate posted by myself. Check that out if you're interested as well. And finally, of course, check out the exchanges. BitGet, BingX, Bitunix, we mentioned them at the start. The referral links are down below for 15% trading fee discounts. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers.